made 5 Quasars.
Alright, welcome to Team Jerry Beans YouTube page. Today we're actually going to be featuring the deck known as Chronomalies. This deck originally had its debut in the 5D series during the facility times that Yusei actually spent there by the old man. Can't remember his name, it escapes me at the moment, but you guys know who I'm talking about. But this deck is kind of got its inspiration from there, so let's get started. First off, we run 2 Chronomaly Soul Monoliths. It's you only need 2, honestly. If you have any more than that, it can get a little clingy. 2 Winged Sphinx. When it's normal summoned, you can select any level 5 Chronomaly in your graveyard, special it. Instant Makumek problem.
Seems good with Stormforth.
Yes. 2 Tula Guardians. As long as there's a face-up field spell on the field, you can special this card from your hand. So if you want, you can special him, normal Winged Sphinx over, and go right into Makumek. Whatever you want. I mean, any level 5 will do.
Yeah.
You can only have 1 on the field at a time, which is a sad face, but it still works. Moai Carrier. It's very familiar to its cousin, but it works similar to Sirocco, if you know what that card does. If not, if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monster, special summon, easy. Moai, only run 2. If you control a face-up Chronomaly monster, you can special discard and face-up defense position. You can activate it as many times as you want, as long as you have Colossal Head. Okay. This little guy, it's a fun little card. You can have it on the field, normal summon it, do whatever you want with it. But its interesting effect is in the graveyard. You can banish it from the grave and Book of Moon anything. So yeah, your opponent attacks, Book of Moon by Colossal Head, problem. Mud Golem, Chronomaly monsters, as long as he's facing on the field, they gain piercing. In other words, if you don't know what piercing does, think of Fairy Meteor Crush. If you don't know what that is, attack higher than defense, difference equals damage to opponent. Simple. Mask Golem. If you activated a Chronomaly spell card this turn, well, the turn that you have him in your hand, that is, you can actually special summon him to the field. You can only have 1 face-up on the field, sadly, but it's still you can do stuff with. Golden Jet. Yes, I know, it looks like a giant dildo. Yeah, it is actually known as a golden dildo.
Someone make that claim eventually.
Yeah,
innovative.
but literally, when it's face on the field, once per turn, you can increase the level of all face-up Chronomaly monsters you control. So literally, your 4s can turn into 5s. Those 5s can go into Chaos, and Chaos goes everywhere. I run 2 Gordianauts. Probably butchered his name, but whatever, you guys get the idea.
Yeah.
When he's normal summoned, you special summon any, I do mean any Chronomaly from your hand, and his level becomes the level of that monster. And 2 Crystal Skulls. Crystal Skull, self-explanatory. Digit, as long as you have a face-up Chronomaly, search for any Chronomaly from your deck or graveyard. It is a once per turn thing, but it works if you need that. If you need a must-needed Moai to get your defense up, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, I know a lot of you are going to be like, "Why are you running this? Why are you running this?" But it works. I can thin out my deck enough to actually run these. Stargazer and Time Gazer Magician. Yes, I know, it's a pendulum monster. Why are there pendulums in here? Why? I can special summon any monster from level 2 through 7, pretty much the entire monsters in my deck, all to the field once per turn, do mayhem from there. That does it for the monsters portion. Now on the spells and traps. We have 1 MST. You only need 1 because everything just runs everything over. We have 3 rank up magic spells. The first one, Quick Chaos, for just must needed like quick just quick upgrade. Just in case they try anything, it's a quick upgrade. Thousands, pretty much, if you have them in grave, special summon the lower versions from the grave, and if the higher versions are in your extra deck, overlay them immediately. It's one of the few ways you can get 5 Exceeds onto the field at one time. It's fun. And regular Baryon's Force. Or Baryon's Force, whatever you want to call it. It's essential in this deck because of Chronomaly Atlantis, number 6. It's a level 6. In order to get Chaos form, you had to have this. Or you can use Numatron Force, but this is just easier. It's my personal favorite. Technology, only run 2. Otherwise, it gets a little cloggy because you can only activate once per turn. But you banish a Chronomaly monster from your graveyard and look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Add 1 to your hand, the other goes to the grave. In a way, it can work off itself. 1 Dark Hole. Now, you can actually add, you can run Dark Hole or Raigeki. It's up to you, whichever one you prefer. I do Dark Hole because sometimes I just want stuff in grave to do shenanigans.
Yeah. Combos.
I run 2 eye tablets. You can run 3, but pretty much it gives all Chronomalys an extra beat.
It's solidarity for Chronomaly.
In a way, yes, in a way. I run, and now for the field spell. The 3 Babylons. Once per turn, you can banish a Chronomaly monster from your graveyard, and then select 1 Chronomaly monster in your graveyard that has the same at the same level as that monster in special list. So you can go Tula Guardian, Wing Sphinx, back Tula Guardian to grave, Wing Sphinx abilities, special Tula Guardian, go right into Makumek, whatever.
Yeah.
2 Mirror Forces, it's up to you. This is the traps, of course, I don't care. And 2 Stonehenge methods. Stonehenge, when a Chronomaly is destroyed, activate it, special summon a level 4 Chronomaly from your deck and face a defense position. Unfortunately, you cannot change this battle position, but who cares? You're going to do something with the next turn anyway.
You got shenanigans planned anyway.
Who cares? Now on to the extra deck. Now, like I stated before, I run only 1 of him, because otherwise you can't really get him out that easily, but number 6, Chronomaly Atlantis, 3,300, 3,300. Whatever mode he's in, he's a beat stick.
He's a geek.
Gaia Charger. Regular Atlantis, I run 3 of him. Reason I run 3 is because when it's Exceed Summon, you take any number from your graveyard, attach it, and then you can do shenanigans from there, whatever you please. I run 1 number Chaos 69, I believe. Yeah, that's a 9. 69 Heralded Crest. It's a 4K beat stick. You can't beat that. That's a 4K beat stick, and whenever your opponent attacks, it blows up their field.
Kamikaze Quasar? Motherfucker.
Problem?
You mad, bro?
I run 1 Chaos 104. Chaos 104, Negate, Mill, you get the idea. 1 Leo Arms, it's a 3K, you attach to any Utopia, gets a big bonus, attack for Chaos. Speaking of Utopias, Victory! You bring up Victory and you have arms, attach arms, it's a 58, your opponent cannot activate spell or track cards to the end of the damage step, so yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker.
If you want to, you can add the bow into the deck. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Exactly. You can add that into your deck. Just give it just to attack directly. You can add thrice to it. Why not? It attacks twice. Game over. Whatever you feel like doing. Volcanosaurus.
Yeah.
Self-explanatory. You don't really need to actually.
The best.
It's really you don't really have to.
Volcasaurus Gaia Charger game.
Shark Fortress. You can have him out, and also him with CW. It can attack twice. It attacks you directly. Game. GG.
Get him.
Like I stated before, like I said a million times, Makumek. Here he is. Number 33, Chronomaly Makumek. Why I stated him so much is if your opponent has a monster that has attack has been altered in any way, detach a material, their attack goes to 0. His attack goes up by the original attack of that monster.
Yeah.
So yeah, you combine that with mini guts, and you got an OTK right there.
And destroy.
If you wish to, I mean, you can. If you wanted to, you can add mini guts to the deck, but it's up to you, honestly. 104 Masquerade. It's just a mini version. It only does 800 damage, and I think Mill's only 1 card. I'm not sure exactly. You guys can look that up, but oh well. I've been away for 28 hours, so I'm a little out of it. And last but not least, number 69. Heralded Crest. Negates all other exceeds, so if you want to actually just get rid of all their exceeds effect, like your opponent's going cray-cray with exceeds, just bring that out. They have no effects. Just go chaos everywhere. But that is it for the Chronomalies. Like, rate, subscribe, comment, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Invest in the deck. It's very cheap. Literally, this deck is very cheap. The most expensive card in this deck is literally the sideboard. Well, the extra deck. I am losing my marbles. I'm mixing Magic the Gathering with Yu-Gi-Oh! I am not here. Arrow 44. Item you are looking for is not found. Item that is not found is your mind. Well, enjoy!